All right, so I'm just a stupid dog, and this is I forget what you call it if it's a dog. One of them takes where it's like not proficient, not prescient. Maybe it was prescient. Maybe I forget what it is, but like it's a dog take. Yeah, you should really pay attention to it. I'm going to keep it short and sweet so you don't have to have too much attention span to figure this one out. So I'm a stupid dog. I heard some people that came to the door, they were knocking. I thought maybe they were the Amish or the Jehovah's Witnesses. Turns out they were neither. They were not the Latter-day Saints. They were some kind of a crazy offshoot of something. I don't even know what they were, but they were religious people. They were trying to get him to come over to their church so they could milk him for all the money that it was in his pocket. They had some heinous things. You could see their vibe was very, they were dripping with diamonds. They had, I didn't know what was going on. They had like fancy hairdos. They smelled of like menacence and them things that they used back in the biblical times. Anyways, they said to the man, if you could speak to anybody after the resurrection and after the new system begins, okay? So everybody's died. There's been Armageddon, or as they pronounce it in the Bible, Armageddon. All right, so everybody's been killed. It's the new system. It's the new birth. It's the re-thing. It's the resurrection. Who would you want to talk to? Who would be the first person you go up to and talk to? And the man was like, God almighty, that's a pretty deep, indelved question. It's an indelved question. I don't know. Who is the first guy? Maybe I'd walk up to Mark Twain, Albert Einstein, Benjamin Franklin. And the man thought about it for a second. He's like, you know what? I think maybe I'd like to walk up to George Washington. But then I think, Teddy Roosevelt. Then I think Theodore Roosevelt. I think Teddy and Theodore were the same thing. Maybe FDR Roosevelt. I don't even know. Maybe Kennedy. Maybe Nixon. Maybe Reagan. Maybe Gorbachev. I don't know. Who would I walk up to? Aristotle. Pluto. He said, you know what? I think maybe I'd like to walk up to Jesus. I would say, Jesus. But the line would be so freaking long. They'd have porta potties. Everybody in Armageddon after the resurrection, they're all going to be standing around, Like the line to get to Jesus is going to be way too long. Like they'll be stamping your hand and you go away and you come back and like, oh no, that's a purple stamp. We're doing orange stamps today. You're like, holy crap, this ain't a Grateful Dead concert. I want to go over and talk to Jesus. I want to ask Jesus a simple question. The line for talking to Jesus would be so long they'll be passing out water bottles and they had porta potties lining up the thoroughfares. You couldn't get in to see Jesus. So he said, you know what? The man, he's like, this is why I was like, I'm a stupid dog. It's like, oh my God, the man, you're so like, you're so, I didn't even know what to say. I put my paw to my temple like I was whatever, Woody Allen, I drew it away. Like dogs don't normally put their paws against their temple and draw them away to signify they're dumbfounded. But I was like, this is a Woody Allen-esque dumbfounded dog situation I was, enthrobing in. And I said, I heard the man, he said, who I think, since I couldn't get to Jesus probably for so long, I'd probably give out. I think I would probably like to go to Norm MacDonald. And stupid dog. It's like, Norm MacDonald? Norm MacDonald? He goes, yeah, I always wanted to ask Norm MacDonald when he introduced Johnny Two Feathers, and you could look that up. It was a takeoff on the time Marlon Brando did not accept his Oscar, and he let this woman come up there. Maybe her name was, Meadowbrook Stream Two Feathers. I don't know what her name was. But this guy who Norm did was Johnny Two Feathers. Johnny Two Feathers came out and said, when you exterminate a people, when you rob a people of their lands, forgive me if I'm not going to be so bought into this new system, okay? And Norm was making a big joke, and they laughed. The whole audience that was getting their Oscars that night, they all laughed. They said, oh, my God, Johnny Two Feathers, it's so funny. As he was saying, you exterminated my people, the audience busted out with a guffaw laughing. I thought, Norm, you are a comic genius. I wanted to ask Norm, were you about to cry? Did you think you went too far? Did you think you went too deep? Norm, come on. What's going on over here? I was like, Johnny Two Feathers, and then the audience is laughing so hard. I was like, John, Norm, you hit a home run over here. But, it's a home run of what? It's a home run of, not of evil, not an evil home run, but I mean, you were on the wrong side, you were on the right side. I just was wanting to ask Norm MacDonald, when you put up Johnny Two Feathers, did you think it was going to come off the way it came off? Once it came off the way it came off, were you happy? Do you think you hit a home run? And were you about to cry? At any point, Norm, were you about to cry? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a young, stupid dog. Genius is as genius does, as Forrest Gump used to say. I don't even know what's going on. Don't worry about it. I'm an idiot. I'm a mnemonic fool. It's all right. Don't worry about it.